Hey everybody and welcome back. Today I have for you another brow product review. If you are new to my channel, this is how I like my brows to look. It is a very specific look. Not a lot of people tend to like this, at least on social media, but I just do not personally love a fully sculpted, filled in brow situation. That's just not me. So for me and my taste, I really love a brow product that I can use just one product, brush through, and be out the door in like a minute. So my previous, and possibly still, you'll have to see, favorite brow product is the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. I have mine in the shade Blonde. I do have a full review of that product and I will link it at the end of this video and also down below so that you can see that. If you like a brow look similar to mine, I would suggest taking a look at that video because I do a little demo of how I do it, which is basically comb through it. But the one that I tried out for the past, it's been like 3 weeks I think now, is the new L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set. I have mine in this, also in the shade Blonde. It's a pretty good match for me. I would say it's a teensy bit deeper than the Maybelline Blonde, but it is so minimal of a difference it's hard to tell. Now this is a volumizing brow mascara. It has an angled skinny brush and a volumizing gel mousse. And I'm not sure if it says on here. Yeah, it doesn't say that it has fibers in it, but I mean, looking at it, it definitely looks like it has fibers in it. So I feel like that's something that they maybe should have disclosed, just in case you might have issues with, fibers falling down. Some people, have issues with that with their eyes, so beware of that. But on the back of it, it says here, "The art of the brow made easy, designed with our precise angled skinny brush to style brow hairs. We present the Brow Stylist Boost and Set. Our first gel mousse formula easily glides onto brows to boost volume and set for a natural to thicker look," which is exactly what I want. "All day wear, ophthalmologist tested, suitable for sensitive eyes and contact lens wearers." Again though, do beware that it does have fibers. This says to start with clean brows, use the angled skinny brush in short upward strokes to boost volume and build to desired intensity and shape. And the formula will set in your brows, and that's it. Now, for me and my brows, I like to comb up through everything and kind of wiggle and comb up so that way the fibers and the mousse really kind of grabs onto everything. This is how I use any brow product like this. And then once I'm done with that, only from the center to the end, I will just kind of take my brush and just lay it a little bit so that the front hairs are standing up and the side ones are just kind of angled a little bit, but still a little fluffy. So that's how I like mine. That's how I like to do it. Let's get into the actual product, what it looks like, how it performs. Now, I'm going to try not to harp too much on comparison with the Maybelline because you can watch that video and see, but it is a rock solid product and I do recommend it. In terms of packaging, this one is definitely sleeker. I do like the packaging. It's matte black and then it has gold and a color-coded cap that will be to whatever, shade that you get. Here's what it looks like coming out of the tube. Let me first just tell you, at the end of this video, I will go ahead and put in a picture of my naked brow and then my brow with the product in it, and then I'll also give you an up-close picture of the wand, just like my mascara reviews. So here's what it looks like coming out of the tube. There is quite a bit of product on here, and the brush is a little bit kind of a little wonky, but I think this actually does help that it's kind of separated from the wand a little bit, so that the wand is not actually able to touch your skin whenever you're combing through, which is a problem that I have encountered with other brow products, so I do appreciate that. Now for me, I don't feel like I have to knock off the product that's on here. It does go on a little bit thick in the front, but I can work it through the entire eyebrow and then it's okay. If you have thinner or less brows than me, but you still like a natural look, I would go ahead and knock off a little bit of this extra product just on the cap here little tube or on the back of your hand or something, just so that there's not quite so much product to work with. Doing my typical brow routine, I can get done with both brows with this product in just under 2 minutes. Like roughly a minute 30, a minute 45 if I'm really, you know, having a good brow day that day. With the Maybelline one though, it's pretty much like a minute and I'm out the door. I've really perfected the art of putting that one on. This one does require a little bit more finesse because the spoolie thing is smaller than the Maybelline one. The Maybelline one has kind of a scooped with little bristly things on it. A very interesting brush head, but it works amazing. So this one does take a little bit more time, but not that much. And compared to a lot of other people's brow routines, this is like a walk in the park. So it's not very time consuming at all. The other thing about this is that it does say that it has all day wear, and I will go ahead and agree with that. However, I do feel like for me, since I do tend to put less product toward the end because I don't want it to goop up, and if you do touch the spoolie to your skin, it can get, you know, color onto your skin. So I try to go a little bit more sparingly toward the tip. I feel like toward the end of the day, it's starting to, you know, the little edges are starting to droop down a little bit. But overall, I really like how this product performs, and I would say that it is almost up to the level of the Maybelline one that I absolutely love. The one main difference that I feel like that kind of, for me, is a personal preference thing at this point is that this feels crunchy on your brows. It's, I mean, you're not going to notice it if you're not touching your brows, but if you touch your brows, like, it's a crunchy feeling, which I'm not a super fan of, but the product works really well, so I don't want to fault it too much for that. However, the Maybelline one does have kind of a patent leather type of feel on your brow. It's very hard to explain, but it holds in place like cement all day long, but it's not crunchy at all. It's almost like your eyebrows are like lacquered in a very fine, you know, lacquery substance. It just is, it's a very distinct feeling, and this is not that feeling. However, I will say this, I am definitely going to continue using this product. I think it's a solid product, and I do recommend it. If you aren't able to find your shade in the Maybelline one, and this one might have a better match for you, or if you don't like the Maybelline wand or applicator thing, then this might be a better match for you. I think that for me, Maybelline is still #1. This is a very close #2. It's kind of how I have a favorite high-end mascara and a favorite drugstore, and they're like neck and neck, except these are both drugstore, but they are both really superb products. So I think it's going to be up to your own personal preference which one you like, but if you haven't tried the Maybelline, I would suggest trying that. If you weren't a super fan of the wand, try this one. But either way, I think that this is definitely worth a shot of trying because I think the main thing is going to come down to your own personal preference on the applicator and your own personal preference on how you want your brows to feel after the product is on. It's so funny, I feel like it's been forever since I've really been like, I like this product and I recommend it. Most of my reviews lately have been not the most positive, but gotta keep it real. The drugstore isn't coming out with a lot of great things lately, but this one is pretty darn good. So that is it. I hoped that this video helped you guys, and I hope that you decide to try this and give it a shot because it is pretty nice. I don't hate it. And that's saying something. So that is it, guys. I will catch you next time. Bye.